with that.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joel Lewis, and as you know, every Saturday, and we are here to create new generations. And I wanna apologize because we're planning to come on every Saturday at 3 o'clock, and today we were at the office, and after the meeting, and we kind of a little late today, but we promise for us to come on every Saturday at 3 p.m. My name is Joel Lewis, and we are here to create new generations. And let me present you my next person.
Alex Sanchez, life insurance and annuities, and that's pretty much it.
Anthony Pedraza, 17. Still working on being an agent at the PHP, but yeah.
I'm Jeraldo Lewis here. I'm Joel's son, and soon to become an entrepreneur, and yeah, pretty much it.
My name is John Angel Perez. Like Tony said, I'm just 17, learning how to get my agency license.
All right. We're gonna get right onto it because today we're gonna talk about leadership. Without a leader, not only the people perish, but without the leader, the whole nation can be perished. And we can tell that today we have leadership problem because we don't have like leaders to lead our nations, and we can agree. And our nations need leaders, so we cannot just sitting down and see our nation is going like that, or it's going to the curve like that. But me personally, I really want to create new leader for tomorrow because, like I said, I am not here for another 100 years, and because man, I need to meet my Savior, which is Jesus Christ. So when I leave the earth, and I want to leave some leaders behind and who can carry on, and that's the reason why we are here tonight, actually today, to create leaders and to carry on the next generation. So, guys, I understand you guys on social media and see and how thing is going right now, and really, especially the whole world have problem leadership, and you guys are very young, young age, 19, 17, 18, 17. I think this is the time that for you guys to start thinking about how the next 10, 20 years will be. So what do you guys think? You guys think that you born to be a leader, or you train yourself to be a leader? What do you guys think?
Well, we were all to born to be a leader. I feel like every man should be born as a leader, lead their family and lead other people.
So the way I see it, it's easy to think that if everyone's a leader, it's impossible because they'd be saturated and you'd have no followers. But the thing is that in some way, everyone is a follower and everyone's a leader. So therefore, you can have infinite followers, infinite students. Like, he's my leader, and I'm his follower and student or whatever, and then I'm his leader, and then he's my follower, and then it goes on forever and forever. So
Yeah, I believe that's why that's the concept of looking up to someone, because without seeing someone ahead of you, or without having that example ahead of you, you wouldn't really do what you do. It's like who you're around is what you do, and they could be your influencers, they could be your leaders, they lead you to do what you do. So yeah, we're kind of born to be a leader because that's what we end up doing. Sometimes we do it and we don't even realize that we're leading other people. But you have the older brother and the younger sibling. The younger sibling is gonna look up to the older because that's just who they look up to. That's just how it is in the family. That's the role. So I feel like we're born to be leaders in any aspect in life, whether it's business, family, and anything, I believe.
Personally, I don't feel like you are born a leader. I feel like life gives you trials and tribulations, and it shapes you into the man you want to be, into a leader you want to be. Like you said, a big brother's has been through more stuff than a little brother. So he's been through it. He's been through the motions. So that's why the little brother would listen, in my opinion.
Well, I think everything you guys are saying is valuable. Is valuable because life and tribulations sometimes it train you to be a leader, and even I believe that you're born to be a leader, but you need to be trained. That's what I'm saying because even you was born to be a leader, set, but you need another leader to develop you to train you to be a leader. It's not like to train you to be a leader, but to train you to develop what you have, especially what the gift God put inside of you. Because God had put something on you, but somebody sometimes how to help you see what you have inside of you. Sometimes that you cannot see yourself, but somebody will see it in you and say, "You know what, Alex? I see something in you you probably didn't see, but I think you was born to be a leader. You were born to be a leader because there's something that I want to help you develop that you have in you that you probably even see, but I see something. And sometimes, really, because I remember when I had to go back to school, and my pastor says that, man, you are young. You can go to school even for the next 4 years, to be graduate. And he saw something that I didn't see. That's what I'm saying. And like I said earlier, I see, and you guys, like, I see you as the next leader for the next generation, because if we don't do anything and to develop, and you have something in you that we have to help you develop, you have something, each and every one of you have something that need help to be developed. And that's the reason why I believe that you are born to be a leader, but you need help. You need someone to develop you. And when you reach where you have to reach, and you will look down and say, hey, so and so help me get to where I am today. And I'm pretty sure that God personally will help you guys. And if you're willing to let God take you wherever that He wants to take you, I think you guys will go higher.
Amen.
Yeah, I think you guys will go higher. So and what the first skill that you think that a leader needs? What is the first skill? Because leader needs skills. Because for people to follow
That's a
you,
really
they
good
need
question.
to see something.
That's
I
a really
think-
good question.
Yeah.
I think leaders, the main thing they need is willpower. Because there's going to be times in life where you're going to want to give up, where you're going to quit, or not quit, where you're going to fail. You're going to fail a lot. And just having the willpower to keep going makes you a leader.
That's a good answer. I believe, like you said, will. It's kind of matches the same as will, but discipline.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing. Discipline due to the fact that a leader is always looked up on. So if a leader has their followers, and their followers look up to the leader, if the leader isn't doing what it regularly does, the followers will act upon that type of, reaction what they're doing. So they say that the followers would do 100% of what the leader does wrong and 50% of what they do right. So if a leader is mostly doing everything right, then that's what the leaders will, contrast to.
Yeah. So, you want to go?
No, you go.
My skill is not really a skill, it's more like a value. So my value is respect. You have to have respect to be leader. So to be leader, you must be respected. And to be respected, you have to respect yourself first.
Earn it.
You have to respect yourself first before anything. Respect yourself enough to know what to do, even though you don't want to do it, because it's what you need to do.
Discipline right there, yeah.
Discipline is like, but to have discipline, you need self-respect. Respect yourself enough to
Right.
go to the gym and not eat the dessert.
Keep your promises.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's self-respect. In order for them to respect you, and you can have the authority, fear, whatever you want as a leader.
I think being a leader is, I wouldn't call it as a skill, but it's more like make decisions that no one else would make that decision, because that decision is really hard. And a lot of people won't take it, but the leader will. So So I feel like that's why, like, you know,
Exactly.
being a leader, I think you should always have that in mind to make that hardest decision that nobody will do.
And that's exactly why a leader is a leader. They make
Takes
this,
bravery.
they
Like
make decisions that others won't make, and they're mainly brave decisions, bold decisions.
They pull the hardest triggers. They swallow the hardest pills. They
Mhm.
do like everything like
That's
at a
the
different
goal.
kind of skill.
Yeah.
People look up to them like, damn, you did that. I need to be like you. Feel me? Like, that's how it is.
Hey, very important, very important. And discipline is the key. Is the key. And promise to yourself. You know, promise to yourself. Respect yourself. And one thing that I heard Tony Robbins said. He said that every morning he jumped to the water, even if cold or not.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he made that promise to himself. It's not because he want to, but as a leader, you promise yourself. It's like if I promise you that I will meet with you every morning at 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock on the dot, I will be meeting with you, and
That's
you
the
count
thing,
on me.
That's the thing is, you set this you set the high standard of 7 a.m.
Yeah,
and if you don't show up, they're not gonna follow you because what kind of leader is that?
yeah, yeah. Because
Doesn't
you
keep his
lead
own
by
word.
example.
Yeah,
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 you
lead by
lead
example.
example.
Exactly.
So, and I think you guys are phenomenal because if you, as a young people like that, if you already know that, you know, what is the skill that you need to be a leader, and you start young like that, and you respect yourself, and you have to respect your word over than your name.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's the reason why people love God, people following, and Jesus, he respect what he said, and and that's the reason why people love him and they love to following him because when Jesus said, that's why this is there's a song said when Jesus say yes, nobody can say no, and Jesus when he said something, he believed in his word, and the devil knows that Jesus believed in his word. What he said will come to pass.
Yeah.
So when you say something as a leader, your follower is watching you. I'm telling you,
Exactly.
whoever follows you, they're watching your words. If you're keeping your word, if you respect your words, and you have to respect your word over your name, and that's what will make your name great.
Exactly.
So we all know the aspects of a leader and the skills of a leader and how they should. So, what do you guys think are flaws of a leader, or what they like? What are the counterfeits and what they usually face and what they have to deal with? Like, what do you guys think that leaders should work on, or what they, you know?
The way I'd answer this question, the fact that greed, you're not born with greed, you know, like you're born with survival instincts, but that's not really greed. Greed is more than your survival instincts. It's like you want more than just surviving. Like you want more than. So greed, I feel. People say money corrupts. I think power corrupts. So like if you have power and you're greedy, that's a flaw right there. Like that's the biggest flaw you can, because you're not even a leader anymore. You're just the guy in power, but
Power hungry.
the bad man in power,
Mm-hmm.
or Kim Jong Un, the Hitler, the Genghis Khan, or whatever.
I see.
Understanding Alex, what he's saying about power is very true, but I feel like there's more into it. I think it's more ignorance. A lot of people like that have so much things. Yeah, it could be power, but you know, you might just want power and power to be good. But people who have ignorance, just straight up just want something else.
Exactly.
More mischievous, if you could say, more bad motives.
What do you think?
I agree with every single little thing you guys said, but that's why a leader should have a great team behind him to keep him in check.
Exactly.
That's my point on it.
It's check and balances. We all have our own roles, and we all check ourselves.
Yeah.
One becomes more powerful, but
Exactly.
you know,
One can assist the other.
We all know that there's a line we can't cross, no matter what. We keep our values tied to them.
Beautiful. I like that. Because leaders are readers. Leaders are readers. So if you're a leader, you don't like to read, there's a big problem. Because leaders will learn from from other people. Because you cannot only see yourself. You just stay what you have or what you know, but you have to be able to learn from other people because life itself, as a school that you have to learn, but you cannot just stay in the boxes that that you're gonna focus on yourself, but you have to read other people's book and see what they think, and in order for you to extend your limit. So I think the question that Joaldo asked, what the first thing that we know for a leader to work on, I think discipline is the first key.
100%.
First
Yeah.
key. Yeah, when you have to wake up in the morning, even when you have to go to school. And I heard Jim Ron said, a leader, your room, first thing when you wake up in the morning, you showered before you leave the house, before you leave your room, fix your room because it's just like your office. You know what I'm saying? And there's some people when you go to the office, they things all over everywhere, and that tells you what kind of leader you are.
Yeah, unorganized and stuff.
Unorganized, yeah, and that you cannot make a good decision when your office look like messy like
At
your
all.
desk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, guys? And simple stuff, but can mess you up. And that goes even to your bank account.
That's how I've been changing my life, honestly. The smaller things that, instead of focusing on the bigger stuff, like, okay, I'm gonna fix this today, and then tomorrow I'm gonna clean my drawer up. The next day I'm gonna clean my closet up. Then I'm gonna maintain it like this. Slowly. It's the first step, and that will reflect your bank account. That will reflect how you talk. That will reflect your friends. That will reflect every single thing because it starts with self-respect.
Yes.
You respect yourself enough to
Yes.
clean your
environment.
clean your room, keep yourself clean.
Wow.
It all starts with that.
And that's why you could see that. You could say that unorganized leaders are not, well respected due to the fact that everything that they do will be messy. It starts from their room, then it transfers to their office, then it transfers to their teachings, how they're teaching you, their work ethic, how they're moving,
It's a
how
mess.
they talk.
It's a mess.
It starts from home. It starts from your mind. You stay with the same discipline, stay with the same morals, same routine, and it will just go on throughout your life.
I have a question for you guys.
Go ahead.
Who would you say is your favorite leader of all time? Your favorite leader of all time?
That's a good question.
Top three.
Top three?
Top three.
Well, we got our chairman, Marvin.
It could be
Marvin
anyone.
D.
It could be anyone.
Anyone?
Anyone
Okay.
in the world, no matter
Marvin D.
what. Dead or alive.
Marvin.
Dead or alive.
Me personally, I would say Andrew Tate. Me personally, and third it has to be Kobe.
Kobe.
You mean Kobe Bryant?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant.
Okay, so mine's gonna be first, my dad for my first one. My second one's definitely gonna be Andrew, due to the fact that he's opened my eyes. I don't even know why. Andrew Tate, he's opened my eyes for so many business opportunities. So he woke me up, telling me how dumb I am and how better I could be. And third, that's a hard one.
Anyone, bro. Anyone you've ever learned from.
I'm gonna say Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. John?
I only have two. I'll try to think of another one, but my first leader in my life, that was in my life, would be my dad, and definitely Marvin Del Valle.
Yeah. So for me, it'd be the ones I've learned from the most, of course, like God, Jesus, and then I'd have one of my favorite people that I love to follow, even though I try to practice as being the founder of Stoicism, Marcus Aurelius,
Marcus Aurelius.
Roman Empire, and then Andrew, man.
It gotta be Andrew.
Andrew woke us up.
Yeah, it's not just because how he is. It's just how his
Masculinity.
masculinity.
For those of you who don't know who Andrew is, if you follow Valuetainment, there's a whole 4-hour video of Patrick Bet-David and Andrew Tate just conversating, just the usual conversating them,
About life.
just talking about everything that they've ever done.
It's
4
more,
hours.
It's
something
more
talk.
like I like how he carried himself. knowing that like he had said one time he was like oh, I don't like training anymore, but like I still do it in the morning.
Yeah, he said he hates training and he still does it because he has to.
45 minutes every morning.
And you know why he does it in the morning, right? He says that like the stuff that you don't want to do in the, like
I
do
know
it at
what you're talking
first, so like at later on in the day you don't have to be like, oh, I had to do this.
Yeah.
So
You
he's
just did it.
he's basically saying like if you get through the things in the morning that you don't like, the rest of the day you'll feel better
Yeah,
due
it's
to the
gonna be
fact that
easy.
So start your day with some discipline, and then the rest of the
Yeah,
day
you start
you'll
your
be
day
more
off,
productive.
yeah. That's the thing. It is like you gotta like avoid discomfort off the bat when you wake up. You wake up and you're just so warm in bed. You're like, oh, I don't want to get up. It feels so good, man. If you get up, you do something you hate. Like you're gonna be so proud you did it, even if you failed. Like you're gonna fail it over and over.
And that's what we need to practice.
That's how you start though. You're gonna fail.
Uncomfortability. Like we're so uncomfortable talking to people. We're so uncomfortable, chasing other people. Like I feel like the first thing we need to do is step out our comfort zone, just talk to somebody, and
Just talk to someone, do something you've never done before. Like you wake up every morning, you drink coffee. Okay, drink coffee and then go for a run or go for a swim or I don't even know. Go talk to someone. Go up randomly, talk to people. Anything. Go clean someone else's room. Go give a token of gratitude to someone. Something you don't do on a regular basis.
And I like the fact that you guys asking that questions. Who is your best leader? Who you are following? And somebody that you follow, you must be able to learn something from that person.
Yeah.
And I like how Ron put it. He said that don't be a follower, be a student.
Yeah, be a student.
Yeah. A student means that you are learning
Mm-hmm.
from that person. Because as a young people, and you want to learn, as much as you can from somebody. But you cannot follow anybody that if you don't see anything for you to learn from that person. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it is very important to know who you are following. And I like the fact you said that Jesus is a God. You know what I'm saying?
Number one.
And if they were paying attention, you said that from the top over the whole time. You know what I'm saying? The whole time.
I kept saying it over and over.
Yeah,
Who's number one all time?
I heard that. You said it was the whole time. And there's a key there when you say that the whole time. There's the key because who's the leader? Even Michael Jackson, Kobe Bryant, just for a moment. But God or Jesus, they've been a leader for
Eternity.
Eternity. Yeah. And Jesus, man, he is
He's the number one
person.
teacher. He teaches you through life.
Yeah,
not
through
like-
life. Yeah,
That's how he
and
teach you.
everything that his disciples when they were sitting together, and after Jesus finished with any teaching, they have to come to him and said, "What do you mean?" Because Jesus' teaching is so deep. He said, "What do you mean by that?" Even Jesus used so many parables, and they could not understand. And thank God, but Jesus always, take them aside and explain to them. And he told them that, to go around, pass the same message, teach them. Yeah? The same way Jesus was teaching them, and he said that, go around the world, make the disciples, teach them the same thing that I have taught you.
As a leader, you should always have students that are teachable.
Of course.
That's why it says become a student, because when you become a student, you could teach that type of knowledge that you gained to someone else.
Yes.
So just transferring information.
And what you learn and from somebody, you can pass it on. Because one thing that the leader says that a better way for you to learn to know that you learn something is to teach it to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I had a cool question. I don't know who said it. I think someone said it at office, but do you guys know what's the difference between a master and someone done it before?
What is it?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna use an example. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's say you practice the same punch 5,000 times, and let's say another person practices it 300 times. There's a difference. Like, yeah, you might know somewhat how to throw that punch, but the person who threw it 5,000 more times than you is probably gonna be the master.
Okay.
You guys know?
A master. You said a master between what?
A master between someone who has done it.
So someone that's done it before, between a master would be more experienced because they have that title, and someone that's done it before, it's like something like they've done before. It's self-explanatory, you know.
But I'd say is a master does it without trying, and then like what is it? Someone who done it before,
Yeah.
they got lucky, I guess, or something like that. Is that what you would say?
I don't know who said it. I don't know. I don't know who said it to me, but I understood it to me. But a master, no. Let's start with the person who done it. Like that guy could tell you how to do it and what he went through, but a master would teach you the best way how to do it.
Yeah,
That is the difference.
yeah, that's what it is.
So which one would you take? Which one would you
The
rather have?
master way.
The master.
He knows because he knows the best.
He knows
the best.
He knows all the ways.
Yeah, he knows all the way, and he knows what's best for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for you to master it, it's not something that you do by chance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, like you do. If you done it before, you could just done it once, and it could be changed.
Yeah, it could be. That's what I said. It could be.
Could be
luck.
lucky.
Could be.
You got lucky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could be once, but somebody who master it does it many times.
I have a question. Do you believe in chance? Do you believe in luck?
I don't believe in luck because as a Christian, I believe in faith. I have faith in Jesus.
Okay, but in any way in the world, do you believe in variables?
What do you mean?
Probability.
I always,
Not just with Christianity or life. Like in any way, do you believe in luck? Not luck, chance or probability or whatever.
chance
Same thing.
is luck, but I don't like me. Everything that I'm doing, I know that God is in it. You know what I'm saying? And in order for God to be in it, I have to put faith in God. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm talking about like in anything in the world, like not just you in your life. I'm talking about like the I don't even know how
Of
to say
course, there's chance because that's why people play. Play game and play
Okay,
lottery.
if they won the lottery, was it God or was it chance?
That could be. There's a chance, and that's the reason why they keep playing. Of course, there's a faith because they have faith in it, but they said that, let me play, I might win. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I might win, and if they keep playing it, it's because they have faith in it. They know one day they might win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, I don't believe in.
What do you guys think?
I feel like it just depends on the person because
Yeah.
an atheist, if they win the lottery, they could be like, dang, I got lucky, but hey, at least I won. Where a person who believes in Christ could pray.
Yeah, it's all beliefs.
It's just it just depends on the person. I feel
Beliefs
like a person
and
who
experience.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's no right or wrong. It's just what you live through, what you believe.
Yeah, I agree with John. Because everyone has their morals, everyone has their beliefs.
Yeah.
So I mean, like someone like what he said, someone like a Christian, if they won the lottery like 7 times, they're gonna be like, oh, thank God, it's gonna be all God. But if someone that didn't believe in anything, an atheist, they would just be like, oh my God, I got lucky 7 times. Yay!
Exactly.
Like
we all got beliefs. We got all different beliefs. Like what John said that we got a Christian earning the lottery. They would go on their knees and pray. But we got another dude who just rubbing on the bottle for a genie. We all have different beliefs, and it could be strange, but it's all different beliefs.
Okay, a question. What would you guys think be like the best belief or value a leader could have? If you had to say one, like if you want to be a leader, what would be like the one thing you'd say to your students? Like, this is like the value that you need to.
one thing I would mention to them is what they shouldn't do, and I would mention if they want to keep being poor, I would mention everything that every concept of being poor, like what you have to do, so they wouldn't adjust to being poor. They would change that. They would do the opposite.
Why?
Due to the fact that when we hear something good, it's like when we hear something good, we end up doing the opposite of it. Like, oh, you have to do the dishes every day. Like, nah, that's not a good example.
Is it because it sounds hard?
That too, but mainly when people hear something, they immediately seem like, oh nah, that's like nah, like they wouldn't want to do it. Yeah, maybe because it's hard, but
I think it's because they don't believe in themselves.
faith, it can be faith.
Like, well, I think Marvin has said, it starts with like you thinking you can do it.
Cause if someone told you the opposite of like how to be great, you're gonna immediately just be like, oh, now I have.
That makes sense.
Yeah, now I have to do the opposite of that
Mm-hmm.
because you don't wanna.
Exactly.
You just heard all these flaws. Now, oh,
You don't
now,
want to do them.
yeah, exactly. So I would teach them, the.
So why do you think it's easier to follow the good, to follow the bad? And not
because
follow
it's so easy to follow the bad. It's like
the- Why is it easy?
it's like saying, would you rather follow the entrepreneur, which like 75% of the people don't, or the person that just does nothing? The person that the easier way. Would you rather do it the hard way or the easier way? Most people will pick the easier way because it's easy.
Yeah.
So it's that's just the way people are. People.
It's easy to get lazy. It's so easy to the point.
I feel
where,
like yeah.
you just
It's so
don't-
easy to give up.
Yeah.
The thing is that it all starts with, again, how you grew up, your beliefs about, like, if you grew up in a different kind of way where it's like,
It'll be different.
if you grew up never satisfied, comfortable, like you're hungry for something. Like, imagine if humans could like never eat, right? And they can only eat whenever they want, not whenever they need. So imagine if you grew up where you never had to eat.
Yeah.
Where you never, I don't know, how do I say it? Imagine if you grew up where you could never eat, you'd be you'd be like, yo, like, I wonder what it feels like to eat. Like, I wonder what it feels like to be like rich or happy or successful. I wonder what it feels like to eat. And then the person who grew up eating,
I see what you're saying.
they're like, it's like inflation. Like, they've already had it so
Like,
much. Where it's
you
like,
have the hunger, but you don't have your food on the plate just yet.
yeah.
I see what you're trying to
Like
say.
the,
Alex.
people like it's again, it's how you grow up, the experiences, beliefs. Like, if you grew up with stop ADHD. But if you grew up with the values of like you just eating and never being aware of what you grew up with, because you grew up as a child, you're eating, you're like, oh my god, best Christmas gift ever. Never had to struggle. You're just so happy, but you don't understand, like, it comes with a price that later in life you're gonna be like so satisfied and you're gonna be like, damn, like I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of life. Honest beauty is beauty and ugly. Because if you grow up poor, you're gonna want to be rich.
Yeah.
Do things the hard way.
I think when you live with like poverty, like you live with so much value to certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Cause when you live like up here, like when you're born and you're already like up here, rich,
Yeah.
whatever, like you're just like, it's another day. Or it's just be like, it's another gift. But once you see like a kid that is poor, has nothing, it's like, whoa, like, wow, this thing is really cool.
I feel like that's why poor people are more eager to. Most poor people are more eager to get rich, or broke people.
Yeah.
Now, here's why I asked the question: is when you grow up rich, right? You have these values and blah 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 blah. You're not that hungry, and then you grow up poor and you're hungry. The thing is that, again, leadership comes into play. If you grow up rich, if you grow up eating good, and if you had a good leader, like, you're gonna have like the values of, why do I do that? Why do I always eat? How do I always eat? How do I grow a business? How do I do this? Like Rich Dad Poor Dad. Like, you grow up with these values that they teach you so young, even if it's so dumb, even if it's printing nickels in your garage, like Rich Dad.
It's crazy.
Like, you grow up with the values, and it all starts with a good leader. It all starts with a good leader who is not hungry for more, but hungry to give. Hungry to teach. Feel me?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And from what you say, Alex, and I was listening closely, and I'm reading something. You said a leader, not hungry to take, but hungry to give.
Yeah.
And it's like a difference between a manager and a leader.
Exactly. The manager is there to watch you pick up the boxes and make them fall again, and then he's just watching you like, come on, hurry up. We need to go. We need to clock out. The leader's like, we need to clock out. Come on. And he picks it up and he pats your back. He said, come on, let's clock out.
Yeah. Let's do
That's
it.
the difference.
Yeah.
Let's do it,
Let's
not do it.
Not do it.
Feel me?
Wow.
That's what a leader is. It's so simple. People just fail.
So from saying that, what is your message to the young people out there? Because I know that there's a lot of young people watching. What is your message out there for them?
My message is stop being so comfortable. You grew up with everything. If you look at human survival, like humans and the way the animals have like survived and the way that our ancestors have lived, wars, even a snake killing a rabbit, like you're just like it's survival the whole time. You want it so bad, like, oh my god, I just want to be on that tree, like as a whatever you believe in. If we were monkeys before, it don't even matter. Like I'm talking about human nature. You want to be like chilling. You want to be good. You want to be like, and you'll never get it because that's what that's what it is with humans. No matter what in life, pain is inevitable. The thing is that I'm gonna go back again. Pain is inevitable. So you either go through the pain of regret or the pain of discipline. Which one is worse for you? It's that simple.
And I think a lot of people try to avoid that. To be honest, they try to avoid pain, thinking that it's a good idea. But once you avoid pain, you regret. It's regretless.
Yeah.
At the long term, at the long distance, like you're gonna feel regret. And a lot of people are turning really lazy because everything is given to them. You realize that we have food given to people at their homes, just watching
Stimulus checks, blah blah blah. You think receiving all that thing without deserving it? You think it's good? No.
No,
You think
it will backfire.
you think God made you deserve No, you don't deserve anything. You haven't done anything. You've been useless. You haven't helped no one. All you do is take. You don't give back. That's all you do. You just take you.
And let me ask you guys a question. What is the difference between a need and deserve?
Need and deserve.
Yeah.
Something that you need or the need is basically when you seek something and you desire something, you feel that you need it.
It's a belief.
When you deserve something, it's something that you've probably gave a whole bunch and God just wanted to give back. So it says in the Bible, when you give, God will multiply what you gave back to you. So that's what you deserve. Whatever you're getting back. It's like homeless shelters. They're giving to the homeless, and they're receiving food from all around due to the fact that they're giving. It's like people know that they're giving, and it's not like, oh, they're eating it all for themselves. No one's just giving them food for them. They're giving them the food due to the fact that they're feeding other people. So it's something that you deserve. I believe that's just my concept.
If I had John.
Go ahead, John.
So what was the question again? Can you repeat it?
What is the difference between need and deserve?
I feel like deserving something, it's not up to you. It's up to the people around you. If they believe you deserve it, I feel like then you actually do deserve it, because everybody has an ego, and I feel like if you think you deserve something, there's got to be people backing you up on it, because if it's just you, I think you didn't really put in the work for it enough for you to actually deserve that. And need, I agree with what JJ said on need. I feel like it's literally it's a necessity. Like if you do not need it, you do not need it. It's that simple.
If I had to say something, like again, they're both based on beliefs. So a crackhead can say, "I need cocaine," and then a mother can say, "I need to feed my child." So the difference there is a lot. The difference is belief. So a crackhead believes he needs cocaine. A mother believes. So again, there's good beliefs and there's bad beliefs. It's how you grow up. It's how you think, and the way that to change how you think, you need to like reevaluate and take accountability. And then deserving is just another belief. It's just I believe I deserve this, versus someone else telling me you deserve this. Here, take it. It's he's giving it to you because you deserve it according to him, according to what he believes. But you say it yourself again, like John said. It's a matter of whether people agree with you or not. People don't agree, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve anything. But if people agree, Oh, you deserve. Like they've seen this. There's proof. You know. There's proof.
Let me hear Anthony.
If I have a saying, it depends on the situation. Cause what Ali was saying right now it made me feel, all type of situation. Cause again, yes, when he said about the crackhead, they might think that they need it, but they don't. But for me, need is something you need it to survive. You need it to it's essential. Deserving is more like you did something for that, but it depends because we all think we all think different. I could do something so simple and I'm like, oh, I deserve this. You barely did anything. You just probably you just went to work.
Exactly.
I just got up. You think you deserved something just to do that? Everyone's doing it.
A lot of people work 9 to 5 for 40 years and they're like, I worked so long. I just deserve a mansion.
Deserve a break.
You deserve a break, but I don't know if you deserve all that. Like, you don't deserve all that. You didn't work for all of it.
And I feel like that's what makes people so bitter. They think they deserve things when they really don't. That's why this world is so corrupt and sad. Most people aren't really doing anything with their lives, but yeah, they think they deserve the world.
Exactly.
In order for you to reap, what you must do first.
So
And when you sow, you will reap. And God didn't create life to give you what you need. God did not create life to give you what you need. You might need a harvest, but you don't deserve one. You guys are phenomenal. Because what you deserve is because you did something.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Because you did something and you deserve that. Because you sow, you can have a harvest.
Mm-hmm.
How many people right now who's hungry to have money, who's hungry to be rich, but they don't do anything? They're just complaining. Oh man, I work so hard. I've been working all day and keep working over and over like every year, but I don't get anything or I don't have any money.
They're doing it wrong.
But they keep doing the same thing that they've been doing,
They,
and they get the same result.
they're reaping the garbage and then they're gonna sell the garbage.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
So that's what you deserve.
That's what you deserve. You've been reaping it.
That's what this is my point. You know what I'm saying?
You plant the garbage,
Yeah.
so you're gonna get.
I want to make that point. So this is this is what you deserve. You don't do anything, and you're complaining, and you wake up every day, the same thing. So that's what you get, because that's what you deserve. If you think that you deserve more, you do more. If you think that you deserve a better life, so you sow for a better life. And that's the reason why we are here today, and to help the young people out there. You need to start sowing.
Yeah. There's this follower. There's this leader I like to follow. This leader I like to follow. His name is Luke Belmar, and he teaches the principle of Newton's third law, which is whatever action you put out in the world, you're gonna get an output.
Of course.
Equal and opposite. So if I go to the gym and I work out really hard, the output is going to be equal and opposite. I'm going to have bigger gains and it's going to be equal. Like it's the principle of reaping and sowing.
Mm-hmm.
So remember Newton's third law. Whatever you do, no matter what it is, in any endeavor, you're eating a cake, what are you going to sow? Fat. You're going to sow fat, you're going to sow headache, you're going to sow condition, sickness, diabetes, all that.
You put X amount of time in the gym, you will get X amount of results.
You put X amount of time in the office, you're going to get X results. You put X time in applications, you're going to get X result.
And a leader, in order for you to reap, you need to sow, and sow in people's life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sow in people's life, and what you sow in people's life, that one day you will be able to reap. And a leader, you cannot achieve anything by yourself.
Yes.
You cannot.
That's the whole point of being leading.
Yeah. And I want to reach the new generation. You see what I do? I bring you guys in.
The generation.
Yeah, the generation. You know what I'm saying? And tomorrow they will not talk about me alone, but about y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I am pretty sure there's some youth who's are watching right now, and they are taking notes, of you guys. So that one thing or one word you guys would say and will change somebody's life. I'm pretty sure that somebody who's watching.
I hope so, because they're our age, and I hope that the things that we're doing can somehow help them, because if they don't, they're doing something wrong, and it's in their mind. It's the ego. It's I deserve this, or I've been working hard, or I don't need to learn from these guys. They're too young, or it's not even about that though. It's just about being coachable.
And let them know that they are the next generation.
Yeah, you are the next generation. So, what example will you set for your kids or daughters, or will you set the example of the drunk uncle, or will you, or the rich grandfather?
Yeah, to leave a legacy.
To leave a legacy. And people don't care about that because they're so selfish. They care about the present.
Right.
The present. It's called hedonism, life of pleasure, hedonism. And it's a life of pleasure. People don't think of what their consequences will be. It's the same thing. Everyone, like global warming or the ocean, they don't care because in the present we're good. I go swim in the ocean.
Yeah.
But who knows in 50 years when your kids can't? And it's your fault because you threw plastic out.
And that's the reason why when they pass away, nobody remembers.
Because the legacy that we're gonna leave is gonna leave a big impact, and it's about, again, what you put in. So if I don't throw plastic out in the ocean or whatever, there's gonna be less plastic from me at least, and that's the output. If we all put an input, we're all gonna get a good output. If we all put bad input, we're all gonna get bad output.
Maybe some young people who's watching right now, they say, "But well, how can I become a leader? Where would I start?" So, what is your advice for them?
Read books.
Nah, discipline. If you discipline your mind to not do certain cravings that lead you to waste time or certain things, it's just like just detox your mind. I believe that most of us are just distracted by earthly things, and we should be focused on today and our future.
The reason I said read books is because most of people don't like reading. I tell my friends, yo, go read a book. Because they be saying that, oh, I'm bored, I don't know what to do. I'm like, all right, go read a book. They're like, it's just like, it's not for me. Or it's just like, it's really boring.
It's crazy.
I'm like, you see, the reason why you're not entertained by a book is because you got all this technology. It's right in your brain. You realize when you sit down, you can't really sit down for like 20 or more minutes. You just can't. And I feel like reading a book comes with a lot of discipline. Me, I could say at first I didn't like reading a book, but I knew the value of reading a book. So that's why I said, you know what? I'm reading a book. No matter if I don't like her or not, I'm reading a book.
Exactly. Wow. That's what it takes. John?
Honestly, Anthony's spot on. I agree with everything he said.
The books. The books.
Yeah.
I agree. So
can't say anything about it.
How I'd say is they're both right. Here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. You can tell someone and be disciplined. You can tell someone read a book. They won't do anything if they're not coachable. You could tell, do this. Are they gonna do it? No. So it all starts. You want to be a leader. This is the right answer. You have to change how you see things, how you think, how your mind evaluates things. It all starts with that. How you talk to yourself in your head, how you talk to others in your head, how you perceive things, and that way you can say, okay, this guy has more money than me. This guy's up there. I gotta learn something from him. No matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what, you gotta be coachable.
Of course. Yeah.
So if that guy's reading a book and he's making $4,000 a month more than you, you've got something to learn from him. So stop being ignorant and learn from him. And if that guy's making $5,000 more than you a month and he's saying be disciplined, you have to be coachable enough to listen, to listen and do it. That's just trust. Just trust for 30 days, maybe 30 days.
Yeah.
I feel like we're also ignorant when it comes to just like looking up to somebody. Like our pride is so high. We're like, we don't want to give someone else our time, or we don't want to listen to somebody due to the fact that, oh, they got more money than us, or you know, they're in a better position than us. Like take advantage of that. You can gain more information from someone that gets $40,000 a month more. Like you're making, let's say, $2,000 a month, you know, off your 9 to 5, and you think you're doing great, and you think you deserve, you know, a break, or you deserve money. But this guy that's reading books and gaining knowledge, and he making more books, or probably taking action in what those books say, not just reading the books and wasting time. It's like he's getting more, he's gaining more, he deserves more due to the fact that he's putting in more work than you. He's getting more work ethic. He's working his brain. He's not just working his body. So we're all ignorant due to the fact that we don't see the people higher than us, and we don't pay attention to what they have to say, and we should just focus on that. Alex, you got something to say? No?
I agree with you, JJ, and I feel like a lot of kids our age nowadays are ignorant just because of social media. All these rappers talking about guns, the rap videos, strippers, like all types of things that shouldn't even be manifested like that are getting manifested. And everybody thinks they're the, sorry for cursing, but everybody thinks they're the shit now. And you're not shit. I'm not shit.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's one of my best traits. Like, it could be anybody. It could be a homeless man, or it could be a multimillionaire, and I'm still gonna sit there and listen to you if I have to.
Exactly. That's what it takes.
We should all be humble. Humble and coachable. Humble and don't be ignorant. You know, being humble puts you in a position where you're like, okay, let me calm down. Let me listen to this person. Let me give him my time. Because if someone's talking to you and you're not taking in that information, you're not only wasting your time, but you're wasting theirs.
The thing that JJ was talking about, how the guy who works 9 to 5 and makes $2K a month versus the guy who was reading books or whatever, doing his business, is that the guy who works more for someone else thinks they deserve something, versus the guy who's working for himself doesn't really expect anything. He's just focused on his path and how he can be the best version of himself. And the thing is, at the end of the day, is that the person working for himself can help out, can change lives and inspire
Tons of millions of
10
people.
times more
Yeah.
than what the average 9 to 5 can. And that's the beauty that people don't see. It's not just about money. It's not just about girls or drugs or any of that. It's about changing more lives to be more like you. Like, if you really believe that you're doing the right choice by taking the time in and delaying gratification and reading the books and working out and just doing the right things in life, avoiding the bad habits, avoiding the wrong people, you can teach that 10 times more than what you do at a 9 to 5. You learn nothing from a 9 to 5.
Right.
Nothing.
Right. I like the fact you guys saying that you have to be coachable and be able to learn, and that's the reason why we start with don't be a follower, but be a student. So for you to be coachable, you need to be a student and read books. I think like Anthony said, reading books. Even I know there's a lot of people who don't love to read. You don't have to love it, but do it because it will change your life.
Just try it once and then apply it. I promise it'll change your life.
Yeah. Jim Rohn said that you don't have to love it, but do it. You don't want to, because it will help you. It will improve yourself. And one thing that I said in one video the other day, I said that they don't pay you for your time. They pay you for your value.
Exactly. They pay for what you can help someone with.
Yeah.
Not for how long you can stay there for. They don't care how long you can stay
They
there.
don't care.
It's modern day slavery.
Of course, we can start working at the same time. We start at 8 o'clock, but they pay you more. They pay me less because you have more value than I do.
Exactly.
They don't. You know, I understand that we've been hearing, like, the people says that the time is money.
Value is money.
This is wrong. Value is money.
And it's about just being smarter. Honestly, it's so simple, but
Let's say right now you're working in the kitchen. They pay you probably $15, and they pay somebody else $20.
That's just how
Because
much
that person is more value than you.
you got more
Exactly.
worth.
Yeah.
and that's where we have to take accountability and say
Yeah.
he has more value.
Yes.
People that do work down low down there, they make the $15 an hour. They're like, they think there's something. I don't know why. They just grow up that way. They've had the yes men. I don't know what it is, but they think there's something.
Yeah. And a leader, they pay a leader more than a manager.
Exactly.
I'm telling because hallelujah. Because a leader can teach you how to do it, but the manager will okay. A leader can grow a business more than the manager
Mm-hmm.
because they can develop more people to do the business.
The manager's like a copycat of a leader.
Yeah.
Like a pushover.
Yeah, he's just there
pushing you over.
to be the
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it. He's there to show up for the to be a leader, but he's not really a leader.
He's just instructing you. He's just the instructor.
Exactly.
He just
He
managing things.
just tells you what to do because he gets paid more and he has
Yeah.
authority and he's been there longer.
That's it.
And it's just the website that's really bringing you into the job.
Yeah.
You go to
And
the. Go ahead.
When he quit, they have to hire another manager.
You're replaceable.
Yeah, but when a leader quit, there's somebody else who can replace that leader because he's been training other people.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? So that's the reason why we call for those young people to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? Because we need leaders. Yeah, we need leaders for the next generations. Like I said in our last video, our current president right now, I think he's 74 or 80 years old, and for the next term, we probably will have someone like who's 75 or 76. We need some young people in the office.
Please. I'm 18. I'm 19 now, so I can vote. So
Yeah,
I will do
you know
it.
what I'm saying? So we need some young people in the office with some fresh ideas, who can switch things around because things been doing, just the same way for probably like 20 since I've been in the United States. Things been the same, from Bill Clinton, Bush, Barack Obama, and then who
Biden.
what's the next one? The next one
Trump.
was Trump, and
Biden.
now Biden. All people.
You know how it starts? The school system, it needs to get reformed somehow. It needs to change
do
totally,
something,
and for that we
yes.
need new people. If we let the oldies just sit there and just have all the power and never change the rules, we're gonna continue to be flawed. Those school systems are based on factory workers from the 50s.
Yeah.
We are not that anymore. That's not what we are. That's not
Yeah.
how our system.
Yeah, we need to change that.
we
man.
need to change
that.
the school system overall totally. We can't do that without new leaders. That's what we need, new leaders with fresh ideas that can implement these laws, these regulations, these policies into the school system. And that school system will create even tens of millions of more leaders. That's what it is. It starts with the school system, honestly. You go to school and you sit down, they teach you to shut your mouth and write down your name and just tell you what to do. Be a good boy.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
it's crazy.
You got puppy.
Yeah.
Good
This
boy.
is crazy. No, guys, this is really
It's like
crazy.
brainwashing. They
Yeah.
just brainwash you into being a little follower.
I'm
That's
not
why
saying school is not good, but school, I think
It could be better.
it could be better.
It could be 10 times better.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they just teach you how to read and get a degree, find yourself a good job, and that's it. No, listen, I have 4 young boys, and tell me, Alex, what do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Man. Just helping as many people as I can. That's what I love doing. I'm gonna keep
As a
saying
leader?
it. I'm gonna keep saying it forever. Even if I'm helping now or not. That's just what I'm gonna do forever. Cause if not, what's the reason of being here
Yeah.
if I'm not providing? That's what a man is.
Wow.
You have to come in and provide. You don't sit there and just take everything. Do nothing. You sit there and provide. That's what I want to do in my life.
Based on what Alex says, like young people out there, what are you doing right now? Who do you helping right now? What are you doing? And what do you have in mind? what do you have in mind for the next 10 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? You see yourself working for somebody. You see yourself just getting from people, receiving, but you don't see yourself giving, because in order for you to give, you have to have something for you to give.
Here's the thing: is giving is not just simple as taking your family. Giving is doing something that you don't want to do, even though you know it's better for the other person. It's a sacrifice.
Hallelujah.
Because people think giving is just like, I'm gonna just buy him a drink. Oh, God may look at me better because I bought him a drink.
Yeah.
No, lazy.
Lazy.
Giving is so much bigger, because giving is a sacrifice you must make in order to make someone else better, like, and really improve them. You're not gonna giving. God's not gonna warn you by buying someone a beer. That's not what God wants you to do. God wants you to really impact someone's life. A beer is not gonna impact someone's life. God wants you to really sit there and provide knowledge and provide the wisdom for the youth in order so that they can do it themselves.
It's like every time. So I like what you said, Alex. You want to help out, and it's just like in this quote, masculinity ethics, it says, every time I see beauty, I see the struggle required to create it. It's like you don't see an easy way out or an easy way to help someone. There'll always be in sacrifice. There'll always be a harder way to do it. You know, it just, are you willing? That's when you really, I guess you could say, deserve, when you really deserve, happiness, when you really deserve wealth.
It's the hardest trigger to pull. Like, no one likes to pull that trigger. I don't know why. They're just raised a different way. Exactly what I'm saying. It's just how you're raised and the beliefs you believe, the values that you take in and you decide to throw out.
It's just how people are born. Literally, I'm telling you, when you have a poor person versus a rich person, who's gonna work? Not a rich person, but someone that's been. So if you have a kid that's been spoiled all their life versus a kid that's hasn't been living in the best position, probably in poverty, who's gonna work the hardest? And if the spoiled brat, hasn't learned anything from their parents or hasn't learned anything from their leaders, then they're just gonna grow up to just live off their parents or live off what their parents got them. But someone that's living in poverty, someone that hasn't lived the best life, is gonna constantly fight for wealth, constantly fight for a better position in where they are. That's just how it is.
And then for those of you who are poor or whatever, and you don't feel the hunger, you must look around. You must look around. Yeah. You must check your phone. You must check your bank account, and then say, "What do I do now?" You don't say, "I can't afford it." You say, "How can I afford it?" You don't say, "I'm poor because my kids were born." You say, "I have to be rich because my kids were born." It's about how you think. You have to think differently. You have to be just different. You have to think differently in a way. And the way that you think differently is by reading. You learn how the mind of someone who makes more than you and does better things than you. You learn from them based off of books, based off listening to them, having conversations with them. You're like, wow, like this person, I can learn so much from them. And you just do that forever, because there's always going to be someone stronger and smarter than.
And it's. I have one more thing before we, before I give it to Pops. It says, the more sophisticated my understanding of the universe's state of constant war, the more happier, the more content and peaceful I feel. I feel like we're all so focused on wanting to be happy. We want to be happy all the time. We're eager to just we don't want to feel pain, and that's good. But you can't expect that for your whole life. You gotta chase. Discipline is a better pain than not doing anything at all. So we all need to commit to, focusing on something that'll better help us in life rather than staying out and, drying out like shoes. Pops.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Anthony, tell me what do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years, the yacht. Okay.
I'll be riding that yacht.
I can see myself, in my house, taking care of my children, and I hope in 10 years, I think in 10 years, I I'm providing for my family. I'm providing information, value information that could grow us in the future. But just basically provide for family and provide for other people who are in need. With information, with wealth too, with money, because it's once you become rich, you have all this money in your bank, and it's just sitting around while other people need that money. Other people need food. I would like to give somebody. I would like to go to Walmart every day. Buy some groceries, and then I will pay the shopper in front of me. That would make my day.
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And for you to do something like that, you need to have money.
Yeah,
You need to have money.
that's why I want to get to it.
Yeah. But and one thing that young people out there, I know some of them, I said, some of them are lazy, and they don't like to work, and second of all, they don't like business. And one with, I understand that if you don't want to start with doing your own business, but you can start with working for somebody, because a lot of people that they start working for somebody, and after that they change, they open their own business. And man, really I start very late to have my own business. It's just because people that I surround myself with.
I started my first business 2 years ago and it failed,
Okay.
but I learned from it. That's the thing. You have to just take the first little step of
Yes.
risk. So what if you risk a couple
You just
$100
learn.
bucks? You're young. You'll make $1 million by 25. It don't matter.
Of course,
Who
yeah.
was-
Don't matter
one
if
of
you
your
lose 100 at
customers?
17. No matter if you lose 1,000 at 17.
Yes.
You learn. You
You
get
still
it
have
out.
time to recover.
It's the risk management people don't want to take.
Yes.
You're 20. You can take bigger risk at you're 20 than when you're 35 and you have kids. So
Yeah.
start now. Don't start
Start now.
10 years.
Yeah, start now. And
You got
man, I don't know. I just love young people so much. I just don't want them to make like mistake that I made. You see what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I bring all those young people. Because we're in a business together. We just came from the meeting. The business meeting, and to share with you. Since we all in the business together as young people, so you can start. Even you're 14 years old. Even you're 16, 17, 18. Alex is 19, 17, 18, 17. So you can start as early as you are right now, and stop sleeping all day. Stop. Yeah, because young people now, they think that, man, you asking you ask them what are you doing tomorrow? Sleeping, and sleeping won't give you anything, because it will get you lazy. So and 10 years for you to see yourself doing something, for you to see yourself helping other people, because you're not just here just for here. God put you here for a purpose. For a purpose. But what purpose? For what purpose you are here? Not for yourself alone, but you're here to help other people. And in order for you to help other people, you need to first help yourself. If you're just sitting down, or you're not doing anything, you're not even helping yourself, how you going to help other people? And for you to be a leader, you have to be able to help other people. Because if I don't see anything in you for me to learn, or for me to take advantage of, I am not going to follow you. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why it is very important, for it to take this time. It's not because we have nothing to do, but it's because we are so passionate about young people that they just enjoying themselves, just sitting around doing nothing, or doing stupid stuff that was not gonna benefit them anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything. But you, as four young guys, and I'm pretty sure that if you can show up in the office every Saturday, every Tuesday, it's because you want your life changed. Yes, you want. So what you was doing before, you said, no, man, I need a life change. And for you to live it, for you to have a life change, it will not happen overnight. and it would not happen just by sitting and watching your life going through the trial. Because if you just stay and sleep day and night and you're not doing anything, you're not reading a book to see what can I do to change my life. And you cannot change anybody around you if you not start with your life. Because you there's a I think Jim Rohn says that in order for you to change the world, you have to start with yourself. You know, you have to start with yourself. So it is very important to see how you see yourself 10 years from now, and for you to start working on it.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
For you to start working on it. So
start now.
Yeah. So JJ, tell me, where do you see your life in 10 years? You are 18 years old now, so you will be 28.
I want to see my mom retired. Honestly, that's.
Amen.
I mean, I didn't. It's not what I was aiming for before, but now that I see like she works too hard and she unnecessary work, labor, like I don't want to keep seeing that for the next 10 years. So, I know it'll be hard. I'll probably face a lot of tribulations and trials. It says the broken hearts and empty pockets are going to teach you 90% of what you need to know. So I know I'm finna learn a lot through this process. And 10 years is a lot of years. That's a decade. So I expect to retire my mom by then. I expect all these people, young men here, to be on my, on my team, helping me. I'm helping them. We growing our team out, and we're just billionaires. We just riding out. I don't see myself nowhere without these boys. And if we are without each other, then we're millionaires either way. So it's life.
Yeah, phenomenal. The reason I give you guys 10 years is just because you cannot achieve anything overnight. You need time. Time is a precious thing that God can give you.
And that's what we don't realize. Time is in our favor, and we're just letting it go by.
Yeah.
It says you've only got so many years. Squeeze the life force from them, starting today.
Yeah, before you know it, just the 10 years just fly by, and you didn't do anything with it. And we all, five of us, we have the same 24 hours. What do you do with it? How do you use it? That 24 hours that you have. Next 10 years, I will be 55. And I'm pretty sure that I will have 4 leaders.
100%.
No, more than that.
Yeah.
Our team will be
I'm
bigger.
pretty sure that what you learn from me, you will pass it on to you will teach other people. So I will have more than that, and I will see each of you guys have your own office, have your own team, have your own group.
100%. Amen.
You see what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure that people like me who like to develop leaders and they see themselves big, because it's not just me. It's you guys.
Exactly.
So John, tell me, how do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years, I see myself very financially stable, because honestly, money buys time. It really does. And I see myself in Puerto Rico with a wife and a kid, and my mom with me, my brother with me, my sisters with me, either working in my company or just being financially stable from me myself. But I just want a simple life, really. I want to just have my family with me, my wife and kid, and just raise them somewhere. And what else? 10 years. In 10 years, I'm still going to be working, but I want people working for me instead of myself. I want all the free time I can get, I want it. If I can have a whole army of team members making me money, I'll gladly do that. And just stay home with my family.
Amen. Yes. Yeah. To have people work instead of you working for people, but you want to have people working for you. This is big, because a lot of young people right now, they see themselves working for people. They see themselves working for McDonald's. There's no problem working for McDonald's, but for how long? There's no problem working for Olive Garden right now, but for how long? You see what I'm saying? For how long you plan on doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah. For the rest of your life? or for 2 years, for 1 year, no problem. But you're working on, at least you have a goal. You cannot live without a goal. You cannot live without a goal. You wanna say something, John?
I was thinking about something I was gonna say. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say you never change your goal. Like whatever you want to do in life, don't ever change your goal. Your plan might not be the right one,
Mm-hmm.
but you can always change your plan. Just never change your goal.
Amen. Amen. Because
Beautiful.
there's a different plan that you can use to achieve your goal.
That's beautiful, cause
That's
that's
fantastic.
fantastic what he said. It's gonna let by people's head, but
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got it.
yeah. You know?
Say it one more time for the people.
Okay. Your goal, you can never change your goal. If that's something you truly want to do in life, never change your goal. But your plan is something you can always change and correct and tweak. Your plan is what's going to make, it's like the blueprint of where you're going to go. So just have a good plan. And if the plan doesn't work out, that doesn't mean you have to change your goal just because your plan didn't work. There's millions of ways you could plan something.
Fantastic. Beautiful. I think we're gonna close with that.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna close with that. So if you don't have a goal, you need one. But if you have one, don't change it. You might need to change your plan, but don't change your goal.
amen.
Phenomenal. Let me hear your last word, Alex.
Last words. Well, you see me again next Saturday. If you're sitting here asking yourself, what do I do now? Again, you have us, you have the leaders, you have Luke Belmar, you have Alex Hormozy, you have Iman Gagdi, you have Andrew Tate, you have Marcus Aurelius, you have Jordan Belfort, you have us, you have so many people you can just send a message to. It won't hurt. What's the worst that can happen? You get a no. The best that can happen, you change your life, you become a millionaire. Blah blah blah. That's the worst. That's the worst and best that can happen. So take a shot at it.
Anthony, last word.
Last word. Well, I would say last word is just start reading a book. Start doing the basic. So simple. So simple. It's not that hard, you know.
Be a book promoter.
Not just any book. Don't get me wrong. Not any book. I would say stay away from fiction book. You know, you want actually real books. You know, something about finance, something about psychology, or just habits, good habits, or motivational books. That's a good way to start. But yeah, just stop being so lazy.
JJ, let's do it.
I'm gonna just end it off by saying, if you want to be a leader, like seeds, not all seeds come out to be the best fruit. Not all seeds come out to even grow. Find other people that actually want to learn to teach. You know, if you're a leader yourself, teach that to millions of people, billions of people, so they can teach that to other people. It's just a competitive growth. That's pretty much it. Become a leader, not a follower. Become a student, not someone that just wastes his time. So let's grow together as youth and become millionaires together. Come on.
All right, my last words are be hungry, be humble, and be human. Learn from your mistakes. Not everything's going to go to plan, but you just got to keep going.
What's up, boys?
Phenomenal. Thank you so much, people. Thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate your time that you take your time to watch the video. And as you know, we are creating leaders for the next generations because young people. Those young people will replacing us, and we cannot let things goes by like that. And those young people, they are so happy to be here every Saturday from 3 to 4. Today we were a little late, and that's the reason why we stayed a little late. But next time we promise for us to be on time. And my last word for all the young peoples out there, is to start being a leader. Start today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for tomorrow. I'm asking you, please please, please take consideration of yourself. See what you are doing today. If you're not doing anything, find something else to do because you are a leader for the next generations. You are a leader for your family. And even you probably 17, 15, 14, or 19, 20. But let me tell you something. You will be a leader for your family. Not only for your family, but you will be a leader for the nations. How do you see yourself? How do you see yourself now? And what do you see yourself in 10 years? Huh? Think about it. And if you don't see anything before you know it, the 10 years will just fly by and you won't do anything. Please, please do something and not tomorrow. The time is now. If it's not now, when? If it's not you, who? You are. You are the leader for the next generations. May God bless you. May God protect you. And may God be with you to help you along the way. I love you. And that was your brother, Joel Lewis.